Here's what's making news now around Indiana. Brought to you by your Indiana Pacers. Well, Winnemac-based Braun Ability has acquired the remaining shares of Sweden's AutoAdapt AB. The company, which previously owned nearly half of the European mobility manufacturer's shares, says the deal should close later this month. The $1 billion merger between Cincinnati-based First Financial Bancorp and Greensburg-based MainSource Financial Group is now complete. Current MainSource Bank branches will transition to the First Financial brand, and that is expected to take place at the end of May. The chancellor of the newly minted Purdue University Global says the online institution, built from the acquisition of Kaplan University, is already attracting interest. Betty Vanden Bosch says there are more than 400 people on Purdue campuses who have said they would like to get a Purdue Global degree. And the first Fort Wayne location for Ruth's Chris Steakhouse will begin serving guests in May. The restaurant, Ruth's Chris 4th in Indiana, will open its doors May 7 in the new $44 million Skyline Tower in the city's downtown business district. Well, from the San Francisco Giants to WWE, Indianapolis-based LTC Language Solutions has been helping with translation, interpretation, and cultural competence for 25 years now. And the company is growing its employee base and doubling its central Indiana headquarters. And for more on LTC's expanding footprint, let's turn now to CEO Martin George. And Martin, as always, welcome to the program.
Hi, Gary. Thanks.
Well, let's talk about your business. I just mentioned a 70% increase in your space here in central Indiana. You're adding jobs as well. So a commitment to Indiana. What's driving the growth?
You know, I think we've all seen technology really take over, and that can be, you know, the curse of death for some, or you have to look at it as an opportunity to grow. And I think what we did is we really embraced the Indiana workforce, the great values here of people coming to work, doing their job, and then we put technology over it to be able to do interpreting by phone, video, and even an app now. So that's really driven a lot of the growth.
We'll talk about some of the sectors you're in, including sports, but how have you seen the landscape change here in Indiana from a global perspective, and the companies and kinds of companies doing jobs and needing translation services for employees and others for presentations?
Yeah, you know, when we started 25 years ago, it was Lilly, Roche, you know, a few of these companies who really had expats coming in and out. Today, I would say almost every business in Indiana could use our services in some way, whether they're sourcing product, they want to translate a handbook or a manual, and we're even getting into things like American Sign Language.
Well, and as we were talking off camera, a big driver now is conference interpreting.
Yeah,
right?
you know, we have a robust conference center here in Indianapolis, and we really see a lot of visitors who come. They need it interpreted into their language, so they sit there with the headsets. But we have an app now that can also do that. So interpreters can be here in Indiana, they can stay at home, and the technology allows us to broadcast in their language at any conference center anywhere. But we've doubled down on Indiana, and we're happy for that.
A lot of different sectors you're into: hospitality, manufacturing, conferences, education, sports. And I think this is interesting. The San Francisco Giants, WWE, the big wrestling organization.
Right, and they're going to have their WrestleMania soon. You know, John Cena has been studying with us for over 3 years, and really he came to us because WWE said, we made our business $1 billion almost in the U.S. We want to go to China and do that. So they brought Chinese talent, other talent from around the world. We train them in languages, and we train them in culture so that they're appropriate when they step in the ring. But it's not always just about being in the ring. You have to talk to fans. You have to talk to sponsors. You have to be out there doing on-camera interviews and things like that. And if you can't do it, and WWE goes to 18 countries now, including China, so they really need to be able to do a little bit in other languages.
As we wrap up, I thought I think it is interesting as you look at growth going forward. You're talking about teaching language and presentation skills, kind of first language skills. Right?
Yeah, you know, you have to innovate, don't you? And you got to be at the cutting edge. So what we heard a lot from our clients was, can you help with anyone, not just non-native speakers, but we need help with reading and writing and even presentation skills for anyone. So we're going to be getting into that next quarter. We're excited about it.
All right. LTC Language Solutions continues to grow here in central Indiana and beyond. Martin George, thanks for joining us. Congratulations on 25 years.
Thank you.
All right.